friends, welcome to Fource tutorials. This is Ganesh. The topic that we'll be looking into today is string operations in console applications, that is using C#. First we'll look into how to go about declaring a string. There are three ways in which you can declare. The first one is declaring a string using the keyword string, wherein you can simply say string s1 is equal to whatever value you want to give to that particular string. The second one is using a class, and the third one is also using a class, but the way in which it is declared is different. Okay, so just check out how to go about it. String s1 I say hello, string s2 can see over here the second string that I have declared is using a string class, and that's the reason the string is being shown in some other color. Here you can see it is a class. So this is the way in which you can declare the strings. Now we are more concerned with string operations, so look into some string operations now, and then I'll show you how that works as well. Okay, so first we'll start with some basic and some easier stuffs. The first two methods that we'll be looking into is ToUpper and ToLower. As the name suggests, it will be converting your string into upper cases and lower cases. The examples are given over here. You can have a look into it. We will try to implement the same. So let's say console dot write line s1 ToLower and console dot write line s2 to upper. So what I will be doing is I will be printing both these strings directly into my console. One thing that I need to take care of is console dot read line. In the last video I have mentioned you why this is important, and I will run. So everything comes in lowercase, by world everything comes in uppercase. So this was your first two methods. The next methods we'll be looking into is something called as clone and contains. So clone is to get the same exact string into some another string where you can clone the value, and contains is to whether to find out a particular alphabet, a particular character, or a particular series of character is present in a particular string. Okay, so now we will look into the implementation part of it. So I say string s4 is equal to s3 dot clone. Now I cannot simply clone it, I need to convert it into toString. If I say console dot write line s4. So if you see S3 had Fource tutorials as its value. Now you can see that when we run it, S4 will also have the same value of Fource tutorials. But before running, we will do the other method also. So we'll go for console dot write line. So I want to find if my S1 contains key. The mind one thing that this is case sensitive, so you need to be very much proper. The output of that, however, won't be any string over here. It will be a boolean value. It will be either true or false. If it contains, then it will show you as true, and if it doesn't, then it will be a false. So when I run it, there you go, it's a true value. And as we say, as I told you, S4 will have Fource tutorials as its value. So we already looked into four different methods. Now we'll go ahead. Next one is a concat, that is concatenating two strings, joining two strings. And the sixth one is the trim, okay, which is used to remove the white spaces. Okay, concatenate is very easy. You can do it in two ways. I will show you both. One is using this method. String s5 is equal to string dot concat s1 and s2. Before that, I just put a small space out here so that it comes nicely. I say console dot write line s5. So this is for my concatenate operation. The next one for my trim. Okay, for trim, what we can do is my STL, just add some extra white spaces out here. Okay, there I go. Then I write console dot write line s3 dot trim. Now when I run this, okay, so here you go. Hello world. This has been concatenated using the first two strings and Fource tutorials. See the extra white spaces that you can see over here, that is eliminated here. Okay, so we are looked into 6 different methods. Now moving on to the next one. Next one is replace and equals. Now replace is where in case you want to replace a particular string with some other string, and equals is whether you want to identify whether both the strings are the same or not. Again, your equals is case sensitive. If there is something in uppercase and the same thing in lowercase, it will give you a false value. Okay, so we'll try this also now. Console write line. Okay, so what shall we replace? Okay, let's say s2 dot replace. S2 is the string that I want to replace, and I want to replace it with, say, IT oracles. Okay, so this is my replace part. The second part that I wanted to look into was equals. For that, I take new string, say s6. Just mention it as hello. Now here my hello is in lowercase. Please note that. Now when I say console dot write line string dot equals the two strings that I need to compare. I want to compare my S1 and S6. Let's start. Okay, so here you can see that IT oracles, the one thing that I wanted to replace out here, that is shown over here, and the value that is given to me for equals is false. The reason for that, the hello over here had the first alphabet in the first character in uppercase, while here it is completely lowercase. So that's the reason it is showing me as an false value. Okay, moving on to the next one and the last two parts, wherein we'll try to find out whether a particular string starts with or ends with a particular value. Okay, so here you can look into the examples and then we'll directly move towards the practical part. Okay, so again this is also going to throw me a boolean value only. So console dot write line, we'll do experiment with S3. We'll just do one thing for now. I'll just remove this white spaces for a while. So console dot write line S3 dot starts with and again S3 dot ends with ABC. Now when I run this one, so here you can see when I asked for 4, yes, it starts with 4, but when I asked whether it ends with ABC, it gives me a false value. Okay, so these are 10 methods, string operations that you can use. There are many more that I leave for you to explore. I hope this video was beneficial to you. Hit like button, subscribe, and also hit the bell icon for constant notification. Thank you.